What's up, guys? Welcome to the first time we're filming the new push session, push A of the new split. It's also inside of 15 weeks out from the Tampa Pro, so it is a series that gets. Today's a day I've been looking forward to. Recently started pressing first on the push days and rowing first on the back days, and changed all the exercise orders and exercises around, so it's novel, it's fun again. It was a nice little change to start prep with. So starting today, Atlantis incline. Titan had to go to the vet right before this. He had a really upset stomach and was getting dehydrated to the point where I didn't want to risk it because he's super old. He's 12, so took him to the vet and they felt like he should get an IV. So he's got a little humpback camel thing going on from a sub-Q IV right now. But he's perking up by the minute. Proud chest in the hole. There you go. This one's easy. Nope. Go. I ran out of my little no-show socks that I wear with my barefoot shoes while I train. I did it one time. I wore high socks with my barefoot shoes, and it wasn't a good look. It wasn't a good look. So yeah, no-show socks were clean, so Jordan's it was today. I'm weird about that. Pushing arms is the only days I'll ever wear training shoes, because all the other days I need my feet. Always the best one, right?
Damn right.
Ooh, come on. No.
Yep. Shoot.
Dad. Dude, we definitely trained hamstrings and deadlifted yesterday. But yeah, the pad is definitely tricky. I just closed my eyes.
Oh my gosh.
I just close my eyes and grip it and rip it in a very controlled manner.
Wax on. Wax on.
So this is super cool. I followed this guy the other day on Instagram, Kai Waichi, and I happened to go look at his profile, and it turns out he's a major meathead. And then after I followed him, he followed me back and DM'd me, and we had this little bro back and forth, and we're sending each other the merch that we both make. So I thought that was really cool. Social media is good for with the cattle prod leg extensions.
Oh my god.
If you haven't seen that, go watch that. John Meadows has, I think, more than one video, but he literally cattle prod his quads while he's doing leg extensions, just because he is a fucking psychopath in the best way possible. Ever since I've been training on like a push-pull split, yes, obviously. Before that, I was training on a split where I would do, you know, chest and laterals and triceps on one day, and then the other day I would do shoulders, flies, and triceps. So still, you know, a push workout, but much more focus on one or the other than, you know, equally touching both like we are today. So it's not rocket science like a lot of people want to make it out to be. You know, it comes down to finding what works and fits your body, both in the gym and nutritionally, and then being disciplined and consistent with it for years and, you know, in my case, decades at a time. That's what it takes to have the physique that you like look at and wish you had. Like, there's a reason they look like that. It's, you know, the 10 or 15 years of work that they've done before they got to that point. So I feel like that's lost on a lot of people these days in that instant gratification society that we live in. Come on, Jordan.
Hunter's now just inside 15 weeks. The biggest focus is taking Hunter to the next level. We've made a lot of adjustments this year, you know, really focusing on execution. You know, we're not just chasing load, chasing the logbook, getting caught up in the logbook this year. You know, honestly, Hunter and I have a great dynamic, even from, you know, day one. I moved out to Texas, what was it, December of 21 now. We're going on a year and a half of training together, and, you know, the training dynamics came naturally. Luckily for us, we're kind of fairly in the same strength range. We have a lot of similar mentalities, but I guess the biggest thing for us is, you know, we're kind of synergistic in our training. You know, we don't have to, there's not this verbal, it's like, hey, this is what I need you to do. Can you put this weight on? I want you to spot me like this, or, you know, come spot me. You know, there's this automatically know, you know, we're watching the other person's set, knowing when they need the spot. It's really cool how that's transformed into what it's now. You can just look at each other and be like, all right, so this is the game plan. And him being a top level guy, he's chasing the Olympia title. It pushes me to be a better bodybuilder. We'll even get feedback and comments from people that, you know, watch these things. And we really appreciate you guys for doing that, and the support we receive from you guys. And hopefully you get to see our personalities and the way we work together and the way we do things and go about things. And
it's a wonderful feeling, right? Getting to take elbow or knee sleeves off. When I do these, all I'm trying to do is replicate a lateral in the scapular plane, which is, you know, like right here-ish. So I feel like if you're grabbing those handles, it puts you a lot more in that side 90-degree plane that I'm not trying to be in, because it crunches my shoulders. You know, your shoulders most mechanically advantaged to work in this plane. A very fancy way of saying it's most comfortable on my fucking shoulders to do it that way. So that's why I do it without the handles, and, you know, aiming to get, you know, arms slightly in front of me, not straight out. All right, so last set of the laterals, and this is 3 working sets here. We did 3 working sets on the Atlantis incline, and 3 working sets here on the laterals, and we'll do 3 working sets on the triceps. All the other movements, we did 2 working sets. 3rd working set here on the laterals. We're gonna do a rest pause with partials at the end. So, as many as you can possibly get, maybe, +1. Assist with a forced rep, 10 breaths, many as you can again, aiming to get full reps, and then at that failure point, just hitting 10 partials just as far as you can get at each and every rep. So this will be the finisher for delts, even though I hate that term. Jesus. They're both techniques that I really like to use a lot. With the rest pause, you're able to load the muscle a little more still, just because you haven't dropped the weight, especially on, smaller muscle groups like this. I feel like you can still get a lot of reps, like on like a squat or a row or something like that. You might only be able to get like 2 or 3 after, you rack it and rest. But, something like this is really easy to get into and get out of. It's, still get like 5 or 6 on the second part of it. So doing that as opposed to a drop set for now, keeping the load as high as possible. Pretty cool to me. Just your average Tuesday here at the gym. I got my dad and my little brother in here with me, so that's very cool. Very, very cool. That thing's been a game changer for ab training. The ab mat, like a million different people make them, but you can do it on the ground or off the bench like that with your feet able to drive into the whatever you have them on. But you want to be able to get your hips driven down, but that extra bit of a spinal extension you get from it while keeping your hips anchored really gives you a lot more range of motion. And just think about I literally, for the longest time, I'd put my hand like on the base of my pubic bone and the base of my sternum and just think about getting those fingers as close together as possible each rep. That's what we're trying to do. Anything above here, it's inconsequential. So all of this action is not using your abs. It's using everything but them. So just think about getting those 2 points as close together as you can, and highly recommend getting an ab mat if you don't have one. You'll toast your abs in 3 sets, like 20 reps or under. So right now I'm checking in with Ben twice a week. Both of the push days, just for the sake of consistency, like with the blood being in the same spot, so it's relatively the same as possible. So gonna get changed out, get the check-in taken for Ben, and then I am off to tumbling. Brooklyn's got tumbling.